what I think it is. Yes! The pipe from the beginning of the game. There it is. I have been waiting for it. I am a pipe boy.
Is this the so-called legendary instrument?
Actually, I think it's one of the freight train parts that I was using for a sword.
I'm sure anything will be fine. We should take it.
Can I actually wield it, though? I can. It has horrid stats. Okay, what's our next clue? Northernmost reaches of a wasteland to the north of an abandoned village. Wait, that feels like text 2. That feels like text 2. Does no one actually solve this entire thing? Oh no, I'm an idiot. These are all. Ah, these are all. I thought these were different locations. These are all solutions for one thing. Oh, I'm a fool. These aren't three different. These aren't three different locations. These are all one location, but different hints for it. I thought there were three different locations. I was trying to apply each hint to a different location, but it turns out they all apply to the same location. Okay. That would have made it a lot easier if I realized they were all one location. Okay. I feel a bit dumb now.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
But that's fine. I have an iron pipe. You never know when you might need an iron pipe. Here. I have acquired an iron pipe.
I'm not so sure.
I gather you finally solved the riddle.
How's this?
Found this thing, if that's what you mean. Oh, splendid. I knew you were all up to the challenge. There is indeed a legendary instrument that slumbers in these lands. It's a rod that I was using. No, amigo, it is a rod that you were destined to use, and with her you shall perform feats that shall inspire legends.
I see.
Well, that really was the instrument we were after. You're saying I should fight with this thing? Take care and go forth into the world. Achieve your grand destiny that you were born to fulfill.
Great!
Alright, if you insist. I've got a unique curvature to it, and I'm sure I'll get used to fighting with it over time.
Huh?
Pardon me? I'll have to learn all its unique bends by heart. I might even have to change what parts I use depending on if I'm attacking or defending. Hold on, are you perchance being serious? Well, this has been such a fun little excursion. Truly, your words have truly been inspirational to all of us here. You should work at my palace. Would you consider joining us on our journey and hearing Alphen's beautiful music for yourself? Yeah, you should come along with us. If there are any other legendary instruments out there, I'll definitely like to know. Sincerely appreciate the offer. However, last time must go where the wind blows. I shall leave it up to you to bear witness to the legends that are sure to unfold with that instrument in your hand.
Agreed.
Very well, then I shall keep watch over his every movement so as to ensure that I do not miss history in the making.
Dolan.
I have to come up with a way to fight that takes advantage of this thing. Dolan, would you mind helping me out with that? Certainly, as you well know, I'm quite proficient in fighting with rods and staffs. Don't do anything with her that I wouldn't do. And with that, I shall be off until we meet again. Adios. Farewell, my friend. Be safe. Great. I got candles? Wait, what? A handful of candles flames this way. When their light aspires, so too will the life of the warrior who seeks divine artifact, or so it is said. Huh. Where did that end up? Is it a key item? What went in here? Where did the candles go? Not an outfit, is it? That would be weird, just to wear candles. Yeah. Is that? What, is that an artifact? It is. More ore. Sure.
Can't believe you managed to shoo off that irritating bard.
Had we brought him along, it would have livened up our journey considerably.
You know, maybe you're right. We could have hit it off.
Yeah, then the two of you could be irritating together.
Oof. Madame, you hurt me. Alright, let's go to the inn now. I don't think I have any more side quests I really need to do at the time. I need to go... I need this guy to finish this fucking quest. I need to kill this thing, but it's really fucking strong. I still need to find new books. And that thing ain't dying for a while. Anyone able to get a new skill yet? No. Not yet. Alright, let's go to the inn. Oh, more side
You see
quests.
anybody around here who could use our help?
I sure wish there was more to go around.
Oh, yeah?
What are you talking about? Rations, we're always running short on them. It's never enough to be comfortable. We could really do with some rice, potatoes, beef, and some spices in particular. We have what you need.
How's this?
That's what you need. We've got some right here. Is this enough? Oh, you're so generous. Thank you. Yeah, that helps a lot. I don't have much to offer in return, but I'll teach you my family secret recipe if you like. Curry.
Great!
Oh, this sounds delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it. Doesn't look all that hard to fix either.
Hey.
Yeah, Kisara, if it's really that simple, would you teach me how to cook it? Oh, you're actually interested in making food now, not just eating it? What does it matter to you? I just like to put a certain something in his place for, I just like to put a certain someone in his place for complaining about my cooking earlier.
Good.
Well, I'd love to teach you, but my training isn't going to be easy. Think you're ready?
Really?
Is that serious? Sure, I guess. I mean, what would you got? Promise me you won't tell anyone else I asked this, okay? My lips are sealed, but in return, you have to call me Captain while we're training. Deal?
What?
Okay, Captain. We'll say yes, Captain.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
All right.
Now we can begin your training.
Right.
I see you have some freshly caught fish there. Perfect, we'll use that as well.
Really?
But the recipe doesn't call for fish.
What?
Are you trying to talk back to your superior? No, ma'am. You're supposed to say yes, Captain.
Huh?
What? Oh god, I got another quest.
All right.
Good, now it looks like you have everything we need. Now we'll dive into the culinary trenches.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
Over there.
Is that how you hold a knife? What are you trying to do, private dance with it?
Huh?
Oh, of course. You're supposed to say yes, Captain.
Yes.
Yes, Captain.
All right.
Pay attention. Turn up that fire. Boil that water. You don't have time to let your eyes wander.
Yes.
Yes, Captain. It's all finished.
Huh.
It is. Its flavor and presentation gets a passing grade. You got promise, but there's still room for improvement. You'll have to keep training every day. Do I make myself clear?
All right.
Yes, Captain. Guess I've got a long way to go before my food is perfect, but I'll show him. One day my food will taste so good it'll knock his armor off. Well, we just were given another side quest as I was doing that other one. Weird.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
Of course. Any new weapons yet? No, no imps up mains. I really want this staff. I love the design of it. Not so sure about that one, but I really want this. No new books. No new shield. Can't get that. Can't get those. Okay. Well, let's go to the copper. Alright. Craft. No, I'm good for now. You. I need to look at some armor here. Grab that. Grab that. Those are the biggest increases. Everything else is a pretty small increase here. I think I'll do good with just those. Are you the Blazing Sword of Calaglia? You're welcome to stay here if you like, but just don't cause any trouble while you're here.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia.
Alright.
Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it
Yeah,
a rest?
that's happened a few times.
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
My guess it's the voice actors are saying something slightly different
What
that
was all
they
that
feel
about?
fit better, but they just put the script in as the subtitles. That happens sometimes. I mean, we've had 2 or 3 misspelled words in the playthrough as well.
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Okay, going to forest. Off we go.
Ah, got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hoodle, don't get blown away, okay?
I have sand in my potato salad.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
Alright. There's a lot of dialogue. One sec. I need something to drink. I will BRB. I might go grab a sandwich as well, so it might take another minute. Getting kind of hungry too. Alright. I'm back. I have a drink. I have some sandwiches. I have a bite of one right now.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Alright. Another side quest. Hello. Oh, you again. Ugh.
Oh?
Oh, Stefudi again.
Yes!
I remember you. You're that young woman who's always starving. Haven't seen you since we last met in Elder Menencia. You're the one who always hungry. Anyways, I take it you found another recipe in your travels?
Very
Oh, certainly did. I'm glad I can cut to the chase.
Is that so?
Shion, who might this fellow be? This is Gordino. He travels around Dana in search of new recipes.
You don't say.
A fine quest to embark on, if I do say myself. My name is Dolim, kind sir. This is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
How?
Oh, the Dolim, Lord of Elder Menencia? It's an honor, my lord. Your beef stew was absolutely exquisite.
I see.
Honor me, kind sir. However, how is that you came by the palace top-secret dish?
Hey!
Anyway, what is it you need from us this time? Exactly. Come on, spit it out. Right. This time, we're looking for lettuce, apples, and lemons. Could I ask you to bring those to me? We have what you need.
Sure.
Is this all you're looking for? We've got it right here.
Nice work.
In that case, I'll give you a recipe so you can find people can cook it right away.
Oh?
Wow, this looks surprisingly simple. Even I might have a chance at this.
Very
Wonderful.
nice.
I'll leave the preparation up to you then.
Well?
Okay, all done.
Yes!
Oh, look at that beautiful dish. It smells just as divine, too. Now to see how it tastes.
What?
Whoa, this is absolutely exquisite. Exquisitely bad, that is.
What?
Really? I assure you that I followed the recipe of this so-called vitamin smoothie to the letter. Taste it for yourself and tell me if you're still confident in your concoction. Here. Alright, down the hatch it goes.
I don't believe this.
See what I mean? Makes you want to vomit, doesn't it?
All right.
Wait a second, I see a small warning affixed to the bottom of this recipe. Smoothies made entirely from veggies are recommended for experienced dieters only. Beginners should add fruit juice for flavor.
No.
Young miss, did you process only the lettuce? Even though I asked you to prepare apples and lemons as well?
Sure.
Come on, who's gonna notice a stupid warning label that tiny?
Really now.
Lesson learned, Shion. We'll just add fruit and attempt this once more.
Yes!
Very well, let's take it from the top.
What?
Whoa, this is absolutely exquisite. Comparatively speaking, at least.
What?
You still don't sound all that enthused. Is this really the best recipe that Mahag Sar has to offer? I believe so. When I first heard about all this, it made me think of what I saw in Menencia. The combination of fruits and vegetables, it reminded me of Danans and Renans living together. I thought this recipe might capture such harmony.
Very
Nothing else is the most healthy recipe you're sure to find out there. Indeed, I shall be sure to drink it as to ensure the precious harmony lives on, even within the confines of my stomach.
Yes!
Ooh, that was most satisfying enough for the time being. I can now leave this realm with no regrets. It's time I leave in search of even greater cuisines. Farewell, my culinary comrades. Actually, one more glass before I leave. Oh. Oh, and I got a new item. A new artifact. Is it more food?
Well, that
Found?
was a...
Cooking effect boost 1. Makes the effects of recipes last 10% longer. Cool.
huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Okay, this is a big area. There are many ways to go. Okay. This will be a bit of an exploration. Plus, we may be able to grind a bit here. Things look kind of scary, though. Withered wolves. Ah, they're dodgy enemies.
Can't get out of this! Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
I missed completely.
Can you take it? Does it hurt?
Rising Wyvern!
This one's mine!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me! I can carve through armor!
I'll face you! Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Awesome.
Get behind me!
Sword Rain Alpha! Swallow Blade!
I'm going!
Eat dirt!
You take your break!
Blow them away!
This
Nice.
one's mine!
Does it no further?
Take your break!
We can really make
Windswept
weapons with
mains.
this?
I need those. Okay. Well, we're finding what I do need from enemies. Let me go down and check this area. Oh.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the remnants. This is...
Okay. I want to, like, you know what? I'm gonna search the entire area as well as I can. I'm gonna search the area as well as I can because I want to grind a bit, but
Seriously?
Yeah, I want to just loot the area and then grind.
Take you all on. Tornado drive.
Nice. Ouch. Nice.
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Seismic rupture. Swallow blade. Can you take it? Take this. It's too fast. Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Okay. You.
To be sealed.
You're gonna stay right there.
Seismic rupture. All in order. Can you take it?
Let the marksman handle this.
Does it hurt?
Ooh, nice aerials.
Swallow blade. Can you take it? Can you take it?
Aw, too shy to come over. Here, let me help.
Take this.
You've got a knack for battle.
Okay.
I still plan.
What levels are they? 27.
I'm training.
Hey, Ginger.
That's what I like to hear.
Tornado drive. Can you take it? Double defense.
Damn. Yeah, we're gonna need to grind a bit. These guys are way overpowering us. Like, we're killing them easily, but they're still way above our level.
I can become even stronger.
So we can definitely catch up a bit here.
I'll hold on to that.
Oh, bunch of people got enough SP for the next skill. Grab that. I definitely want that. You can get this. That's good. As you finish the entire tree. Let's go after new moves after that, I think. Yon, you can't get that yet. You can get that. That's good. That's gonna be really nice. And we're gonna get that too. Well, while we're here.
Coming through.
Like moths to the flame.
Rising wyvern.
I never miss.
I don't know.
Dance in the wind.
Let me set up her arts now because we have the whole new thing. I want. Do we have anything that's good? Light and fire into the ground, causing an explosion and launch the enemy into the air. That sounds fun. Glacier Celestra. Arena Celestra. I don't know, screw that. I'll go Trisvento. Maybe Spear Sweep? Let's try Spear Sweep. I don't know how that fires. I don't like... How about Scorched Earth? I like Scorched Earth.
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it. Seal.
All yours.
This'll come in handy. Mega ray. Dance lunar corruption. Sleep now.
Ooh,
There for the lunar corruption. Go.
that's kind of fun.
Seal. Lunar corruption. Hurricane pile. Take guard. I'm already getting started. Dance in the wind. Sleep now. Hurricane. Get on in there with the others.
Okay.
Take this. Sighted. Seal. Now. Alphen. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Oh.
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be in
Okay, nice.
this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
Okay, so check around this house. Let's fight some more wolves.
Seriously? Is this a
In
joke?
a bind. Can you take it?
Nice.
A new melody.
Raging storm.
Ooh, we got a new move. What do we get? Crescent Flash. I have a bunch of moves I need to use. I'm gonna wait with using that for now. I still need to use some other moves.
Elusive deity. Tornado drive. I shall ensure you survive this. Hurricane thrust. The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Yeah, man.
Keep pressing the attack.
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Wind. Can you take it? Devastation. I'll grind you into dust.
Did I get aerial dodge? I didn't get aerial dodge.
Prepare to be sealed, oh fleet of foot. Not today! Actually, perhaps sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing. Make it right!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Awesome.
Sword and shield!
A classic combination.
That it is. Okay, so most of that area is searched. Let's check the lower area first.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Awesome. Horse. Horse meat times 3. Let's do chickens. I'm just gonna do the free. I'm gonna keep doing the free because I'm really not rolling in money here. Okay, we can get Ground Fang now. Can't get any of his. Get any of hers. We can get Ronk Wall. Can't get any of hers. None of his. Okay, we need more money and more materials.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
Alright, let's check out this area. Where does this lead? Oh, where we're supposed to go.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danon bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Okay. I'm immediately turning around because I'm not ready with this area yet. I want to do some other stuff first.
Finally, some open space again.
Alright, let's keep exploring. I'm glad the game spells out pretty well that, hey, this is main quest shit. Go somewhere else. That I can keep exploring. Ace. We got here. Inhibitor crystal. 2 of. Let's see where this leads. Okay, the Adon Ruins.
I think Hoodle senses something.
I mean, there's a fishing spot here. So that's good.
I'll do my best.
Begin!
Denied.
They're surrounding us.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ow!
Tornado Drive! Swallow Blade! Now we're not...
Oh, Kisara, you good?
In here.
Can you take
I'll
it?
be saving this one.
Have this!
Lightning
Shine!
defense.
Radiant light!
One more
Here,
time.
Kisara,
Snaring to me.
survive.
Speaking of that,
They're all coming after me.
I'm coming, Manuel.
I'm not scared. I'm totally fine.
I'll face you. No further.
Go time.
Begin. Does it hurt?
Going in.
I'll face
Don't
you.
mind if I do.
Tornado Drive. Have this. Tempt it.
Here goes.
Your blade moves like silk. I just let my instincts take over. How fascinating.
This one's
Movement! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz. Not so fast. Piercing roar! Tempest! Begin! Look sharp! Take this! Take
You
this!
are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say
Awesome. Hey. Golium, Ivy Master. Max AG. Solitary Captivity, Rock Trap. Cool. Arcastic Resilience, okay. Honestly, I should look around. Maybe better skills for me to go for. Yeah, something like this. More normal attacks is
Wow.
awesome.
Look what I just found.
Red chamomile. First of all, red saffron. Elemental defense. Kisara's weakness. We're gonna fix her weakness. This is penetration. Up Dohalim's. It's a bit low.
We'll hold on to that.
Alright.
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. Must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Items. I want to try using the happy bottle.
That's far enough.
I'll face you no further!
Hurricane strike.
I think I missed.
Crescent move. Tiger blade.
Shine! Radiant light!
Their arms were interrupted.
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate! Shine!
Well, that was a waste of heal.
Regeneration! Regenerate!
This one's mine.
Let us take to the fray!
Going in.
Does it hurt? Not so fast!
Where are you going?
Does it hurt?
Here's a healing arc.
How sick!
Looking good out there.
Awesome.
Getting started.
That's the spirit. Take no prisoner.
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
Make it rain.
You can really go for it.
Prepare to crumble.
Nice.
I feel sprightly.
7 demi-human muscles. Damn. Alright, we got a pit. Oh. It's nearby. A lot of ore. Lots and lots of ore. Where is it? Could possibly be below us, considering there is a climbable portion. We'll check that in a minute.
Out of my way.
Raging cat.
This one's mine.
Can you take it?
Now, not in your dreams.
Switch
Not
off.
so fast!
Very nice.
More without
Armor won't save you!
Here's a lightning
Make it rain! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the wind. And
Switch to altar.
Too fast! Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Take this. Denied. Make it rain.
Photon astral energy.
Say no more!
Got it!
Well done.
Demon Fang!
There we go. Trying to get some swaps going in my team here.
Demon Fang! Drive!
Get on in there with the others.
Yeah, I need to do this. Alphen. Art list. I'm gonna turn off you using all of these because you keep killing yourself with them.
Great!
Unless there's a way for I can do that. Hold on. Strategy. No. As long as there be an option to tell Alphen to stop murdering himself. Okay, it keeps going off randomly, so it must be underground. Another hole there. Shells, nice. 3k gold every time we find one of those.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Shine! Radiant light!
Often don't get hit.
Regenerate! Thanks! Not so fast! Elusive deity! Shattering of
It got fire!
I've got this. Let a marksman handle it.
All yours!
Going in. One more.
Purge malevolence.
Look sharp.
Arctic waterfall. Freeze lancer. Dance to the wind. Air thrust.
I'll face you!
This one's mine.
Rising Wyvern!
Alright, nice.
Hurricane Thrust!
Hurricane
Tear! Hurricane Thrust!
Begin! Elusive deity! Tornado
Leave the
drive!
charges to me.
Flaming
Nice bomb move.
Elusive deity! Tornado drive! I'll
One
face
more.
you!
Now.
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Very nice.
We did it.
I never had a doubt.
I'll do my best.
Elusive deity! I'll face you!
Hurricane strike.
Rising Wyvern!
I'll face you!
This one's mine.
Begin!
In here.
There we go.
Stay calm. I shall provide.
Kisara is low.
What can they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Regenerate! Shine! Radiant light!
Thank you.
Regeneration! Regenerate!
Appreciate the
Oh, thank you for that.
Just glad to be of service.
I
Let's get back into it. Resonate with the earth! On your knees.
Here I go. Hurricane strike.
Air pressure! The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed. But remain ever vigilant.
It's in the sky. I'm mine. This one.
Elusive deity!
Tiger blade.
Lightning. Wind.
Take this!
This one's mine. Glacial spear. Now. Evil.
Shield!
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes!
Boom.
So I still had room to grow.
Yay, Dolim level up. Lots of ores. How are we doing for this area? We're about halfway through it, and I still haven't checked the underground section. Just the above ground. Oh, you guys are new.
Right, here goes!
Hurricane denied.
Astral energy.
Boom.
Begin!
Take cover when it curls up.
What?
Celestial hammer.
No armor!
I'll stop me.
Oh, we need to armor break these.
Dance in the wind.
I'll smash you!
Air thrust.
There we go.
Dragon shout! Glimmer dragon!
I'm using the wrong move. I want to use Death Blossom.
First strike! Steel! Sonic thrust! First strike! That's breaking does it!
Ow.
Get by me.
Lightning raging cascade.
I'm on it!
We managed to turn the tide.
For now,
Feel
but
it.
Ow.
things could shift at a moment's notice.
You're right. Better stay alert.
Run you through!
Radiant storm. Banana. Let's go. Celestial
First
hammer.
strike!
Sweet
I'll edge
dreams.
you!
Double Demon Fang!
We'll fuck him up.
Dragon shout! Ha! First strike! Slice! Rip it! All ready to here and now!
Demon Finish this!
Don't leave! Hey! Ha! Blow them away!
Awesome. Hey, Kisara, all pulverizing hammer. OAG. It's been burst. Easy perfect Vade guard. I need. She's been so hard to play, but if we get that, it might make perfect guard a lot easier. That's gonna help so much, I hope.
I'm in good form. I'll crush any enemy with my mace.
Awesome! We've got an avatar of destruction here.
There we go. All right.
You guys...
It's time to fish.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish.
Okay, triangle, triangle is what we're looking for. Why my sub edge disappear? I don't know.
I've got something.
Just watch the fish. One. Got it.
That's not a fish I see often.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
Okay, there we go. Triangle, triangle, or square triangle is what we need now. Okay, none of those.
Change of plans. Yeah. Reel it in.
Alright. L1. L1. This one's an easy one. Why is this one so easy? Okay, well, easy fish. Easy life.
Well, it's not bad per se.
Maybe you could keep it as a pet.
I just need that triangle, triangle now. Nope,
Okay,
none of those.
Change of plans.
Alright. Oop. None of
Time
those?
to try a different spot.
Oop.
I've got something.
You. Hey, that was good. Hey, easy peasy.
Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
No, that's the wrong one.
You caught it!
Why did that one apply? Why did that one apply? It shouldn't have applied. Weird. That wasn't what I was looking for. But it still applied to the rule.
Time to
None of
try a
those.
different spot.
Oh, found you.
There we go.
Found ya. You're the fish of my dreams. Whenever I dream, I think of you, fish. Gotcha.
Well, it's not bad per se.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
Alright. That should be every fish out of this lake. Yep. All fish acquired.
Is asking to be your next target?
Let's have a look up here. There we go. Got it. Oh, I can actually make that. A bit finicky though. Yeah, I need to get a sprint, but there isn't much space here. Oof. Okay. Gold gel? Gold gel? That's new. A royal looking medicinal 100% CP. Okay. That's gonna be for like major boss battles. That's new. All right. Camp.
You guys want to rest here?
Let's camp.
Aw, who's a good boy? Wait, why am I petting you?
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances, and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master Core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Oof.
Hey, Rinwell. What was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Danan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dana to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dana had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renins came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black.
Alright. Breast. Can I cook the roasted chicken? Yes. We need to do that.
Good. This came out just the way I hoped.
Hey, what's the smoke? Is it an enemy attack?
Seriously, it's making my eyes and throat burn. What the hell is going on?
It's probably some sort of gas. Try not to breathe it in as much as you can manage.
Gas? Those cowards!
Isn't this just cooking smoke?
What kind of food makes your throat burn so bad just from the smoke?
I believe Alphen is...
They're trying to gas Alphen?
What? Those sick bastards! I won't let them get away with this!
Yes.
Calm yourselves and listen. I was simply trying to say that Alphen is the one cooking.
Oh?
Maybe I should throw in some more spices, just for that extra kick. Yeah, that'll help. Think I'll turn up the heat while I'm at it, too.
Oh no.
Oh, crap. The spices burned. Well, at least the meat's coming along nicely. All right. Now, I just flip it over, and then...
Hey, Alphen? What are you doing over there?
Oh, Shion. Perfect timing. I actually just finished roasting up a chicken. Call everybody over so we can eat together. I used a ton of spices, so it's got a good punch to it. Might have overcooked it a little, but it should still taste good.
I'm starting to understand why your food always tastes so damn spicy now.
Hasn't anyone told him that it is actually possible to have too much of a good thing?
If that's the taste he truly wants, far be it from me to contradict. His cuisine is a rather delicate repast.
Yeah, we ate the most overcooked chicken any human has ever eaten in their life.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hootle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hootle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.